What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about a few different things in this video. Actually, we're going to talk about Solana first, at the request of Paul O. Shout out to Paul. Sorry for getting this one out so late, man. It's like a few days after you requested this, but Solana. We're going to also look at the GSOL Grayscale Solana Trust and CONY, which is a Coinbase derivative. I forget what it is. A Coinbase. What is it? CONY is something. It is a ETF trust. Yield Max. It's from Yield Max. That's right. Income strategy. Anyways, we're gonna do Solana first, and then we'll get into those other two. Okay. Shout out to Paul O. Love you, Paul. You're the man. All right, here we are. 191 right now. That's the price. It is the 24th day of July, and we're up about 5.3% this week. You wouldn't think of it as being up this week because we just had a massive dump yesterday, down about, I shouldn't say massive, but about 8% for Solana. That is pretty massive, and it's of nothing to be concerned with, my friends. I mean, all we've done is backtest a prior area of resistance to find support at it. That's it, right? We backtested this prior area of resistance. We're finding support here. We're going to be moving up in a matter of no time at all. It's going to be rather glorious, to say the least, and yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. I doubt that we go any lower than that, right? Yesterday's low came in at about $184. You got out of the overbought zone after being deeply in the overbought zone at like a 90 read. Good job coming out of it. You could close today red. Sure, if you want to go lower, that's fine. Go to 180, go to 175, whatever, who cares? I doubt that you do. In fact, I really do believe that yesterday's low was the low. Let's see if we can validate that. Looking at the daily RSI, by the way, you've got some nice higher lows trending here. I mean, I guess you broke out of that trend. It's still a higher low, though. I wouldn't weigh too heavy on that. I think that it looks good. If we're looking at this on a 1 hour time frame, the 1 hour RSI does look momentarily bearish, and of course it does. You just had a move down yesterday, but lower highs, lower lows, right? You've got this little parallel channel coming down. What you'll probably do is you'll come down, find support at the oversold zone or in the oversold zone, giving you a double bottom or higher low kind of scenario would be my guess. And with that, we could see some bullish divergence. I wouldn't be surprised if we did return back to these areas of $187 to $184. If we are to go below this low, I think that it would be by very insignificant amounts, right? And we're probably going to form some bullish divergence on the 1 hour RSI as a result of that. Okay, so a little bit lower. You probably don't move up from here. You probably do move down from here. But by the end of the day, you'll be moving back up. So down first, then up, right? If not, then you're just going to move up and up. Maybe if you break out of this downtrend in the RSI right now, then my whole theory about going lower or at least below this low is out the window. Understand that that's entirely inaccurate, and we're not going to do that. Looking at the 4 hour time, but I think we do go down a little bit lower. Just test the waters down to the downside a little bit. 4 hour time frame here, looking very bullish, actually incredibly bullish, right? If we look back here, every time that you've been in this area, you've found support in this area, right? Even a little bit below, which again, you could go a little bit lower, but in this area, you found support time and time again, getting overbought, not getting oversold, getting higher lows throughout this whole range, higher highs. I mean, you just look superbly bullish. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was the low. Again, if you go lower than that, it will be insignificant amounts, all right? 4 hour RSI looks bullish. Again, suggesting that the prospect of going higher by the end of the day is definitely alive and well, right? Going a little low first and then higher. That'd be the idea that we got here. When you do move higher, which should be any day now, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of this week you were even at prices that are above this. If not this week, then next week. The little rejection off of $200 psychological resistance, it's not a big deal, right? Go ahead, reject the psychological resistance. It's not a big deal. $205 resistance. Once you break above that, you should be seeing prices rapidly in a very short amount of time up to about $230 to $260, somewhere around there. You'll find turbulence there as well, I'm assuming, and then you will continue to rally up to new all-time highs. Inevitably, I think that Solana being here at about $200 will see prices at $400 or more by the end of August. And if we're not at $400, it's only because we're at higher prices, right? I don't believe that we'll be at $600 by the end of August, but something between like $500 and $400 sounds about right to me. You should be breaking out and seeing new all-time highs. And as exciting as that is for the Solana people, I have a prediction that's a little bit more bold. Let's say Solana making a 110% pump to 146. Let's even say a 164% pump, or if it exceeds my expectations, we do a 200% pump. That's well below the average expectation of the average altcoin. So while it'll be nice, you'll hear the Solana people celebrating, I wouldn't be surprised if it was an underperforming asset between now and the end of August, and even into the end of the cycle. That's just my perspective. But it is going to grow. You are going to make some money if you're invested in this. It does look like it's ready to break out. It's kind of reminiscent, in my opinion, like this. Does this not, like on a weekly basis, this is a lot bigger, but doesn't this look, let's look at the daily time frame here real quick. Hold on. Doesn't it look a lot like this, right? Like doesn't this just look so much like this? I don't know. To me, it does. I guess they're a little bit different. I don't know why, but I think that they look so similar. It's like a false head and shoulders pattern, though. But you're breaking out of this downtrend. It looks like. Oh, let's get that on the weekly RSI here. I had a guy tell me that if I didn't figure out a way to stop making the clicking noise with my mouse, that he would unsubscribe from me. And it's like, dude, what do you want? Are you going to unsubscribe? Are you never going to ride in a taxi because the car engine revs whenever it speeds up? Is that how it is? Are you not going to eat food because you make noise whenever you eat food? I don't get it. You know, I gotta click. It just is what it is, man. It's to navigate. I have to. Anyways, I thought that you broke out of this downtrend, but no, it doesn't look like you have. But I would assume that you're going to. You're going to break out of this downtrend, absolutely. Here, whenever you found resistance, you found a low. Here, when you found resistance, you found a lower low. Here, when you found resistance, you found a lower low. Here, when you found resistance, you found a higher low. Different behavior begets different results. I think you're going to break out. I think you're going to break out to the upside. And once you get overbought, you should be breaking out of this overall range and seeing new all-time highs. Okay, so that's Solana. In correspondence to that, GSOL, Grayscale Trust here. Nope. Not oils, not gas oil futures. Come on now. Come on now. We're going to do this one instead because it's just being so slow. GSOL, Grayscale Trust. And then we'll type in CONY over here. Just let it load. So GSOL has taken a beating, right? It's taken a beating in comparison. Oh, this is Onyx coin. I was like, wait a second. It's like, that's not the right price. So like, if it was at a cent, then it definitely took a beating. 14.8 cents. Yeah, yesterday it dropped about 2.5%. Nothing too crazy. A lot of volume has come in recently. Solana's been moving up. You have a massive kind of W pattern here, right? And being that GSOL is, it says trust, but I'm fairly positive it's an ETF now, right? Like, or is it an ETF? Let's see here. Let's see. I know that they want it to be an ETF. It's like they're applying for it, and that's why it's like at NAV price. Is GSOL an ETF? Let's see. Oh, man. Oh, that feels good. Oh, my goodness. I ate something hot today. My tongue feels like it's burned. I don't know what it was. Okay, so it's not an ETF yet. Okay. Okay, cool. Not yet, but it wants to be. I'm assuming that you'll track the price of Solana very well. So if Solana's going to move up 200%, you're probably going to move up 200%, and maybe not 200%, but like at least 100%, right? 100 to 150%. You're probably going to follow that. Being that you're not an ETF, you do have the availability to gain a premium on the price. So, you know, if Solana's going to move up 100% or so, you should see $32 in price. 100 or to 200% or so, maybe $45 in price. 32 to 45 is the doable target area. If we're looking at this W pattern, I would think that you go just above where the W formed, right? W pattern here, you probably go just above where it formed. And then on that note, let's see, are there any fibs that go right above this area here, right? And for my next trick, we will draw a Fibonacci retracement tool from a high to a low, right? Oh, that was so close. We were right there. There we go. Yeah, the golden ratio. The golden ratio is actually right above there. So I bet GSOL goes up to about 40 bucks, finds resistance right around there. And you consolidate between there and wherever, between about like 33 bucks, 32 bucks, and $40. So you're probably going to move up to 40 bucks GSOL, I would assume, by the end of August. You could move up more, of course, but I'm not going to weigh too much on the idea of a premium gaining. Of course, when Solana achieves its end of cycle prices, I would assume that GSOL does return back to its all-time highs and probably even a little bit past that, but that's what you have to look forward to. Absolutely, I believe that there will be some growth over the coming days, over the coming weeks, and going into the end of August. If we're looking at CONY now, right, to finish this bad boy up, we're finding resistance here at the 60, right? Area that we found resistance before. Looks like we're probably going to go lower. Yeah, probably. I mean, the dividends are nice, right? Why aren't they showing? Come on, divvies. Dividends are nice. Oh, what? They're so much lower than they once were, aren't they? Yeah, they used to be up a lot more. Man, that's how they get you, right? That's how they get you. I don't like this thing. I would stay away from it. You're finding resistance at prior resistance here. Coinbase probably moves up or moves down. I know that it's kind of relevant to Coinbase, right? Obviously, but let's compare it real quick. Hold on. If it'll let me. Yeah, right. Just look at how much the charts have diverged. Look at how much these charts have diverged. They're like completely inverse, right? And they move up together. I doubt. Let's look at Coinbase as a independent chart real quick. You've got bearish divergence on the daily time frame, so you probably do keep going down. I don't know, guys. Actually, I could see Coinbase. Yeah, you just you kind of rejected new all-time highs, didn't you? Let's see how this week ends. Let's not speak too soon. It is, tomorrow's going to be Thursday, and then we have Friday, so we got 2 days left in this week. Let's see how the week ends. But if you're here or lower by the end of this week, Coinbase, you're actually probably going to come down, and with that, CONY, I would expect you also come down. You're right at an area where I'd expect you to find resistance. So CONY's probably going to go lower. Where's it going to go to? I don't know. Lower lows probably, right? You're at $10 now. You're probably going to go to $5. That'd be my guess. Over time. If not $5, then at least a double bottom, right? Something like that. I got nothing else for you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. One last shout out to Paulo. Bye-bye.